let's go over the top 3 questions to ask yourself when starting an online biz. This is important.
It is super important because we are trying to figure out what is a good fit for you and why, and how can we make money doing it.
Exactly.
You know, our public school system really does a disservice to our kids because, and that is something I'm super passionate about. Those of you that don't know, I started actually a little school, and we teach in a completely different way. I homeschooled for 15 years because I have lots of issues with the way a lot of public school systems are run. And they don't teach children to actually think about thinking outside of the box,
Yes.
creating time freedom, how to make money. They really teach people to go to school, keep going to school, then you go to more school, you go into debt, and then you're gonna pay off this debt, and by that time you don't even know if you wanna do that career anymore. Plus, often with those careers, you know what, you're not even making enough nowadays to pay the bills.
That's the truth.
Because it is expensive. And so we have some big issues with that. I'm not gonna talk about it all day long, although I could. So we wanna ask ourselves, what is a good business model? What does that mean, good business model? It means, can we make money doing it, and can we have fun and love it as well? Those are the things that we need to look for.
This is not about how smart you are. This is about having the right tools to get there. You can have someone with a degree and all the things, right?
Yeah.
This is really the benefit and the beauty of working online, because if you have the right tools and the right systems in place, literally anyone can do this.
Anybody can. Dummies can succeed. Have you seen that? Sometimes you're like, how the heck is she making that kind of money? That's because she plugged into the right system, and that is what we've done here for you. We want to make it, so these are some questions to ask yourself. Are you making, from one click, $500 or $1,000? We really have to think differently. And someone could get really, really excited about like network marketing with a small business because you make a sale and you make your whatever, $10, right? Usually it's, 15, 20% per product. And you'll make 1 or 2 or 3 or maybe even 50 sales. But what if that was a $500 click or a $1,000 click? Do the math, people. That's a really, really big thing. You need the right blueprint to get there. You don't need to reinvent the wheel.
Nope.
We do not need to do that. There's a ton of systems out there that are working. You need to follow someone who's already doing it, and you're gonna follow us. The importance of sales funnels. I cannot reiterate this enough. I've always known it was important. I've started it so many times, but you know what? The problem was I kept getting sidetracked. Because someone would say, oh, this is a better funnel site.
Yes.
You should do this. And so this is a better sales funnel, or try this, or do that. Honestly, we fight that every single day. Because there is a zillion things out there, and you need to pick something and stick to it. Yes, funnels are important, but if I would have stuck to just working on ClickFunnels for the last 3 years since I started it, and not quit and start, and tweebled about the money, I'm like, I just don't know, we would be way further along. We needed this course.
We did. We needed this course.
Okay. So you need to find a high value and a high priced item. That's really, really important. And it needs to be something that people need, obviously. You don't want to just pick some random thing. What do people need? What are they into? For us, some of the things we looked at health. I mean, if you look and study what business should you do in a recession, they will say either beauty or health. People still spend money, or kids, on those things no matter what the economy is like. Those are important things to understand when we're looking for what to do to make money, right? You also want to ask yourself, what is stopping you? What's stopping you from doing this? Is it the motivation, or is it that you just don't know which direction to go? Because if you had the exact blueprint and we said, this is what you do next, this is what you do, could you do it? I kind of think you could. And that's what we're doing here. We want to simplify making money.
We want to simplify this process for you, because too many times you're sitting there looking at everything else, looking at all the things going on, and you're confused. And this is really about taking a look, what's working, what's not, the 3 simple things that we're going to teach you.
You want to look to, it's so important, we can't reiterate this enough. Are you profitable? Is what you're doing lucrative? Look at all the people on social media that are wasting their lives posting pretty fake pictures of their life. Nothing makes me more. Honestly, I can't handle it because it's so fake, and you know what it does? Is it makes those people feel empty and compare and judge. If you want to know why one of the reasons why the state of this world is what it is right now, I lend it to that. I really do. I feel so passionate about this. And so many people say to me, well, you're on social media all the time. I'm not. I post, but I do not scroll because it is, unless I'm doing research or working, I'm very focused. And I want to encourage you guys. I need you guys to see why this is so important, because it can look real sexy. It can look real fun to post like, oh, look at my outfit today. Look at my makeup. And I'm not, if you're making money, do it. But you have to take a moment and stop and ask yourself, what is my motive? Am I feeding ego? Or is there a purpose in this? You guys, that's getting real serious. But and then I need you also to assess your happiness and your joy level. Are you living in joy? Really, really look at yourself, and we have to self-assess in order to be successful in this world. And right now we are talking about business. That's why you're here. So if you're on social media anyway, why not make it into a business? Right? Because otherwise you're just gonna, honestly, you will just feel empty and it's never enough. It's never enough when you're posting and trying to be this person that you're not. So let's get down to it. What are the 3 things that you look for in a business? We're going to go over the 3 things, and we're going to also dissect a few different businesses and check if they have those check marks. The 3 things are
you getting customers?
Are you? That's important. We need the sales.
And you need to learn how to get customers. Mm-hmm. The second thing is repeat business. A lot of people get customers, but they don't utilize and continue to get repeat business. That's a big part of it. And the last one is high ticket sales. Are you making the most, maximizing that profit through the sale?
Okay, Amazon or Shopify, that's a big one now. A lot of people are signing up for that. And they're making basically nothing. But they're on there strutting their stuff, which is great. I mean, that's awesome.
Looks great.
But why? Again, is that feeding your ego? Or is that, I'm just asking, what's the purpose? I'm doing this to make money. This is my business. My extra time is spent with my kids. Okay, MLM. So it is 2 out of 3. The third one being the X, the higher ticket. If you're doing a low ticket sale, right? But it does have the customers, repeat customers. If you have a company that has more than one product, because you do want more products so that you can keep selling them different things. And we want to talk with you more about this because we want to help you choose, right, which one would be right for you.
Exactly.
And that's why we have the coaching call later on, which is unbelievable, because we want to really, really not only ask you questions after watching all these videos, you really help you self-assess, and you might already feel like you are on your way to really knowing what would be a good fit. But don't rush through these. We want you to finish every single assignment because everyone is going to bring you closer to your true purpose and passion. Mm-hmm. Location. That's important.
Yeah.
Can you do it anywhere, anytime?
It's everything.
Everything.
Being able to work from anywhere is really the goal, right? Especially if you live in Canada, where we do, and
yep,
there's 9 months of winter.
Yep,
having your laptop and your phone with you, being able to do your business from anywhere, isn't that the dream? And if you have to be tied down to so many different things, I mean, yeah, there's so many options out there, but that's not how we want to live, right? We want to be able to do this from anywhere with just a phone or a laptop.
So when we started our first MLM, I remember going to Mexico and just really, really understanding that time freedom and being on the beach in the morning. I would get up early. I'm an early bird, and just do like 2 or 3 hours before anybody else got up. And it felt so good because I am a person that likes to work even when I'm on vacation, but I could do it early there, feel so productive, and then just have the rest of the day off. It was so fun. Last week I was at a dance competition with my girls, and we were there day and day night, and that would have been a big waste of time. It wasn't for me. I was working that whole time. It was amazing. Plus I got a different scenery. It was really, really good. You also want to make sure that it has a minimal overhead, right? $5,000, $6,000, maybe under $10,000, I would say. You don't want anything really, really big, like a $50,000 loan. I would like to try to keep it under $10,000. That's a pretty good price for starting up a business, right?
Turnaround. can you make a fast turnaround? Can you get your return of investment back quickly, right?
Yeah.
That's something to think about. When we go to university, we're putting in a ton of time, years, we're putting in a ton of money. And like she said before, we often don't get that return for years, right? I think you have to really look realistically. What are you able to put in? What is that return investment going to be? What is that going to look like? Because people go into it thinking, well, I should be making money instantly.
I'm just going to put in $100 and I hope to make a lot of money.
You have to be realistic about this. Sometimes you have to spend a little to make
Of course you
a
do.
lot.
You're not going to get knowledge and learning a whole new craft. And I think that is a mistake people make when they get into online. They think, oh, I'm just going to sign up. They get so excited and I'm going to do a post and that's going to be it. No, it's actually a lot of work. And just like anything. And if you think it's not, you will fail. So you need to go in going, okay, that's why we're doing this course again, setting it all up so you have clear expectations. You know what you want. You know what's expected to get the result so that nobody's surprised and you come out winning and feeling great. We don't need to reinvent the wheel, you guys.
No.
The blueprint is here. It's all laid out. You just need to follow it and stick to it and cut out the noise. And then another thing, one more thing, just make sure to check these off. Is it fun? It's work. Of course it's work, but is the payoff worth it? Yeah, I have to sit down and I need to do the back end stuff that maybe isn't my favorite, but you know, when I'm done, man, do I feel great. And is it lucrative? You want to have all these things checked off. And again, let's go over our 3 things to look at. What are they?
To get customers, to repeat business, and have that higher paying commission and high ticket sale.
There we go.
You got this.